Have you ever wondered whether you were psychic or a medium or had any of the clairs, claircognizant, gustian, sentient, clairvoyant? In this video, I'm going to share with you about all the array of gifts that we all have and have the opportunity to embody and how to tap into them. Stay tuned. I'm Amy Elizabeth, your energy evolution mentor, and I am here to make spirituality simple. So first, friends, let's talk about the clairs. So we have clairvoyant. Clairvoyant is all about seeing. So clair means clear. What we're doing is being a clear channel of what we're seeing. So we could be seeing different beings interdimensionally. We could be seeing energy. We could be seeing spirits, right? And how do you know if that's your gift? Well, lovingly said, obviously, because you see these things, or you'll feel something behind you or beside you, you'll look and you'll see a shadow running. Or when you stare at a wall, you'll start to see the wall sort of breathe and come alive. When you stare at a plant or a tree and you start to see a halo or even an aura is what it's called. It's just an energy ring. And you might even start to see colors rather than just a white hue or glow. All of this is you growing your sight, and how we get to practice our seeing interdimensionally and our seeing of energy capabilities is by actually practicing being present with an object or a person and spending time looking and feeling outside of them into their energy field, and paying attention to when we think we see something in our peripheral vision, really looking and paying attention to that movement, looking at its color, its shape, its size, looking at its movement. Is it fast? Is it slow? And starting to pay attention and be witness to what these objects are and what this movement, this energy is. And then that leads into clairsentience, because more often than not, when you're clairvoyant, you also are clairsentient, because there's a feeling of it as well. So clairsentient is exactly as it says, sentient, feeling. Right? A feeling body. There is a knowing, a feeling. It's not a knowing in claircognizance, but it's a in the body feeling of this is actually 100% truth. It's not true, it's truth to me. Clairsentient is the feeling that there's somebody behind me, the feeling that, and I'm getting like a whole body feeling right now, right in the top of my head. And so just paying attention to where the body is lighting up, how the body is lighting up. Is the body lighting up with goosebumps? Is the body lighting up with just feeling cold or hot, or noticing the shift and the change in the air quality, dense or heavy? Or is it feeling like there is a pressure? Or is it feeling like there's actually other beings around you and you just, in your body, sense the space being filled? This is clairsentience. And my friends, how we get to embody this and practice this is by literally paying attention, being aware of, and spending more time with these sensations and feelings. And as we recognize them and we're aware of them and we accept them, they come online more. Just like when we're developing a relationship, if you're calling somebody that you like and you're telling them how wonderful they are and you're giving them all kinds of salutations, obviously they're gonna come back with like the same sort of energy with you, and they're probably gonna come back full force, and they'll probably give you more attention. Same thing with all of these gifts. So then we go into claircognizance, which is probably the most frequent that we all feel we have. Claircognizance it's called direct knowing. And in my professional opinion, this is one of the strongest gifts to have online, because it does encompass, it's almost like being psychic. It encompasses all the other strong intuitive ways of being. When you know what you know, you don't know why. But there's an aspect of you that will not question that. Whereas you question, did I see that? Do I feel that? Did I smell that? Did I hear that? But when you know what you know, it is ingrained. It's almost impressioned in your field, in your physical being, in your mind. And sometimes we're like, I don't know why I know what I know, but I know this. Or a friend will say, mention someone's name, and you can say, something about that person is not right. I don't think you should be with them. And there's a whole full body light up, tune in, no, hell fucking no. And that's how we start to practice this, is if it's a hell no or if it's a hell yes. And we start to really feel that gut response in our knowing. If it isn't a hell yes, then it is a hell no. And the more that we pay attention, and I know this sounds very black and white, but the more that we pay attention to that, that is how we start to grow and embrace our claircognizance. And that comes online so much stronger. And so my friends, one of the reasons I'm talking about this today and why it's so important is because as this awakening process and this evolutionary expansion happens now, moving forward, it's only going to expedite, and every gift is coming online in a much bigger way. And a lot of us have felt like, oh, that's a little weird, it's a little crazy, I'm not sure if this is comfortable. And so this is information education for you. We have clairgustance, it's the taste. Sometimes we'll be in a situation and we'll just taste something and we'll know. Our senses just start to overwhelm us and fill up. Almost like a past life experience, like we've done this before. We've had this before. And again, that is what informs our claircognizance. Clairaudience, this is where we hear things. Again, we could question what we're hearing. I know that for myself, when my grandmother's around, I hear her singing Frank Sinatra or Tony Bennett or Nina Simone, and I hear it so clearly, even though it's not happening in the space and there's no way that it would be. Because I will be sitting in my office, there's no speaker on, but I hear that song. I hear her beautiful bird-like voice, just opening myself up to music and sound. And when I hear that, I know what I know what I know. And again, it informs my claircognizance. Oh, grandma's here, right? Elsa's here. Sometimes we'll hear a whisper in our ear, we'll hear our name. And more often than not, when these gifts start to come online, you hear yes, no, or you'll hear your name. And when you're hearing your name, often it's when you are going in a direction, whether you're actually physically walking like down a path or you're going in a direction and they're wanting to get your attention either because you're missing a major piece of the puzzle for your evolutionary process or because you're going a way that might take you off of like a winding path back to the main path, and they're trying to get your attention for you to pay attention to whether or not this actually is the most effective, efficient, and loving way for you to go. And you will hear your name. You will hear yes, no. You will hear maybe even just a specific sound. I know a lot of people who are clairaudient will hear like a specific animal sound, or like I said, I'll hear my grandmother instantly. Like that's the thing for me. And that is my directive path. And it will get me to start to tune into what is aligned and what's misaligned. Where am I congruent? Where am I incongruent? Again, that's what these gifts do. Think about and feel into who are your ancestors, who are your guides. And if you don't know, we'll do more videos. So please continue to check out the page on spirit guides and ancestors. That evolutionary process as we go through the hierarchical systems of who's speaking on the other side, right? The unseen. And so the unseen is trying to get our attention. And when the unseen is trying to get our attention, or nature, the geometry of nature is coming in to get our attention, whether it's an animal that is trying to get our attention or something else, or we just hear something and it begins to draw our attention in this way, trust that, because you're being led ever so gently to that next big opportunity of growth, whatever that might look like. Mediumship is when we can communicate with the unseen. So it's not just the dead, it's the unseen. And often people who are communicating with masters, ascended masters, ancestors, yada, yada, are called channels and not mediums. But you know what? I think it's all one and the same, because we're all channeling a message from the other side. And that's when you can truly hear the words. And all of the gifts come online in a culmination to where you can smell, taste, sense, hear, know, feel, and see all of what this being is channeling through you for another person. And that's the main point. It is for another person's healing. If that's something that you're interested in, I would suggest 100% in getting a mentor around this, because A, it's hard on the body, and B, it can be scary at times. C, you don't know what you're bringing through because there's all kinds of mystery out there. And D, it's very, very important that you have energetic practices, hygiene. So just like we brush our teeth and we take a shower, it's really fucking important that you have strong energetic practices. Super duper important. And these energetic practices are like salt baths and showers, Palo Santo and saging and clearing your space, clearing your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your top of your head, your bottom of your feet, all your orifices, and doing a guardianship over your physical body and how you are taking in information and making sure that it is pure and clean. And even down to the things that you eat, the things you're paying attention to on TV or social media, the messages that you're listening to, all of this is part of the energetic hygiene that's super important. And there's another video on that, so please check out our page for that. With mediumship, my loving encouragement and recommendation is that you get a mentor when you're looking at practicing this technique, because it is advanced and it's important that you know what you're doing and the steps that you can take towards the highest growth of this path, versus being deterred or scared by some of the ways that it can set you off your path. This is definitely something you want to have and be shepherded in. And then finally, being psychic. You know, it's interesting, I've often asked myself and mentors, like, what's the difference between psychic and claircognizant or any of the clairs? And really, quite frankly, there isn't much of a difference. Psychic is it's a tune-in channel. It's where everything inside your whole body gets lit up and where you have full agency, solidarity, and understanding and embodiment of being a spiritual being having a human experience, and still utilizing all of your gifts if there's an acceptance in this and there's an action that's taken forward. There isn't any fear. There is a knowing in your body that the messages that are coming through, the sensations, the feelings, the smells, all of the gifts that are online for you and available, there's an opportunity in that for you to be serving on the highest level with your guides, your ancestors, fueling you, with the clairs all online, and with the trust, the belief, and the faith in self, in all of the past lives that have woven this golden tapestry that has made you in this lifetime, like me right now, Amy Elizabeth, in this lifetime, to do the work I do. And being a psychic, as I am, it affords me the ability to be able to truly sit with a person and hold space in a way where it's not about me. And I can feel the incongruencies and know and hear and sense and have assistance from their guides. But there's a complete detachment, and being able to hold and see their path from the highest view and hold them high without interjecting my space, my knowing, my abilities, just holding that vision so high. And to me, that is what being a psychic is seeing the path, holding that vision high, and continuing to dream that path into being that destiny line to its highest evolutionary process for its optimum growth and energetic potential. And my friends, this is information and education for you to uplift your soul, who you are, to become the superhero that I know you are with these superpowers, because they're all coming online. And so welcome them. They are not scary. They are powerful, and they'll make you even more powerful. Get to know yourself, get to know your gifts, get to know these superpowers, because that's how together we get to live in awe, miracle and wonder of this life and make our life fucking awesome. So please, if this video helped you, supported you on your path, please share it with your community, share it with your family, your friends. It would mean so much to me. And it means so much to me that you listen to this video to the end. Like, subscribe, support me by sharing down below, commenting. Let me know what worked, what didn't work. Let me know what you'd like to hear, what doesn't make sense to you. Give me some feedback, because I want to take responsibility in how I'm serving my community and how I'm serving you. I love you. I can't wait until we get to meet again. Until next time.